Alright, so the last video I made was the walkthrough for Chapter 1 of Sea of Thieves' Monkey Island collaboration, The Journey to Melee Island. And there's a whole bunch of commendations to do for that, so here's how to get all of the commendations for Journey to Melee Island. Some of these commendations will be given just by completing objectives during the adventure, so you shouldn't have issues getting the hired help, delayed in transit, prison break, save the clock tower, and house call commendations, as you need to do those things to progress the story. Taking out 10 of the skeleton guards with root beer will earn you the pop-up pirates commendation, and simply completing the adventure nets you the Journey to Melee Island commendation. If you take a seat at the scum bar, you'll get in good company. Read one of Guybrush's re-election posters that are on the walls around the island, and you'll get elected legend. To get Groggy Dog Story, you'll need to speak to Spiffy the dog in the scum bar and listen to his 6 different dialogue options. The first 4 you can select by talking to him the first time that you enter the bar. The next option can be unlocked after you give him the cute monkey toy. Just give him the toy and then talk to him afterwards about his buyer's remorse. The final one can only be seen after LeChuck arrives and sends his goons to attack you. After you beat them down with the root beer, talk to Spiffy about the attack, and that should do the trick. To get the A Guided Tour commendation, you need to carry Murray Skull around to 9 key locations on the island. Those locations are as follows: inside the scum bar, the jetty behind the unlocked kitchen door behind the scum bar, all the way up on Lookout Point, the streets in town, inside the general store, the alley with Walt and the Piranha Poodles, up in the clock tower, inside the church, and inside the jail. He should make a snide comment at each one of these locations, which indicates that you've checked that location off of the list. For Melee Historian, you're going to need to buy the Melee Island History book from the Citizen of Melee, and that's going to cost you a cool 200 pieces of 8. There's not really a strategy to doing this. Just be sure to pick up every single one of these coins that you see and ransack every location for pouches of them. You'll get quite a few inside of Guybrush's mansion, and there seems to be just enough of them around the island for you to be able to afford this book. The last and most complicated commendation is Memoirs of a Legend, Volume 1, which requires you to find 10 memoir spots. These can be identified by these fancy inkwells that are nearby. If you see one of these, you need to sit down at that spot and Guybrush will regale you with a small anecdote from his past. Here's where to find all 10 memoir spots. The first spot is in the scum bar. Sit down in this seat across from the pirate leaders. Spot number 2 is outside of the bar, near this rowboat. Just sit on a nearby barrel. After that one, the third spot is just over here on these crates overlooking the docks. Spot number 4 is near these 3 guys who are hanging out on the street. Just sit on the barrel over here. Spot 5 is inside the general store, in this corner. Spot 6 is inside the jail, on a crate near a ladder. Spot number 7 is in the alley, on a barrel near the Poodles. Now, Memoir Spot 8 is a bit harder to find. You need to go all the way up into the clock tower. From the gear room, head down the stairs and jump over the barrels and boxes that are blocking your way, and head this way around the buildings to come to a rooftop across from the church for Memoir Spot 8. Memoir Spot 9 is just in front of Guybrush's mansion. Just park your keister on this crate. And then the 10th and final Memoir Spot is on a lavish chair just inside of Guybrush's mansion. Sit in that chair, and that should be all of the Memoir Spots that you'll need. Once all the commendations are completed, you'll get the Melee Island Investigator commendation for completing all commendations. And you'll have unlocked the Melee by Moonlight painting to place on your ship. For more gaming news and guides, check out thegamer.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.